Hey, lovely people out there. I thought I would film a mukbang. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but a mukbang video mixed kind of with like a meditative, like idea inducing, like philosophical ish video where we just kind of chat. Um, I think about stuff a lot. I like to think kind of deeply ish about the world. So that'd be cool to mix like eating and just chilling and like me talking about what I feel about a certain thing. In this little mukbang, I want to talk about like social media because it seems to be a topic that pops up a lot with me. So let's have a little dinner snack and then we can talk. I'm too lazy to edit this, so I'm just gonna make this one whole thing. So I'm eating some avocado and some bread, and I have a giant salmon sashimi, which I tried to cut, and then it doesn't go through all the way because it's too hard. So I'm just gonna eat the whole salmon, like this. A little soy sauce because I am a hot mess. So let's have a little dinner. I'm also out of wine cups because I haven't done my dishes in like 2 weeks. So I'm gonna be drinking red wine out of a very nice beer glass because why not? It's only up from here. It's only up from here. Yeah, we got $5 store wine. We got some fish that I thought you have to cook, but you don't, and you just eat it raw, and it looks like you're gonna die from it, but I confirmed with my boyfriend that this is edible raw. So I'm just eating raw ass salmon. This is like basically from the river. That's like a whole ass, it's like half a fish right there. Just chomp on it. I got a whole ass salmon and some $5 wine. So let's go. Let's talk about social media. I feel like a lot of the generations now, a lot of their lives are molded by social media. I remember Facebook, or not Facebook, but MySpace, when I was 13, 14, even younger than that, and the whole, that just influencing your whole social sphere. I remember like the top 8, you would rank your friends, and you could physically see how you ranked your friends, and looking back on that, that's just incredibly toxic. So, I always think about social media because I spend like a really huge amount of my time on social media, and I'm sure a lot of people do. Maybe you do too. Salt. But, yeah, I've come to kind of think about social media lately and like why it seems satisfying, but yet it just leaves, for me at least, it leaves me a little empty. There's a lot of benefits to it and it's very convenient, but it just feels like it's a whole lot of energy with a lot of convenience but not a lot of payback. Avocado. If that makes sense. But I've talked to friends about Facebook. And, I think Facebook has a lot of good... Oh, that's really good. Facebook has a lot of really good points. It's very convenient. You can talk to anyone anywhere. There's marketplace. You can do a whole bunch of things. But I feel like the idea behind social media and what it brings out of us is kind of dangerous. How do I cut this salmon? Like, for example, you're just putting in a whole bunch of effort. And why? Like, I find myself asking why do I post certain things that I do. And usually it's either for some sort of clout or some sort of recognition or somehow for me to feel special or like better than other people, to be blunt, to either say, look how cool my life is, look what I'm doing, look who I'm with, look who I'm dating, look what I'm eating. And I like always kind of wonder, like, is that good for people? Like, a lot of people are putting energy into it, but I find that when you do that, so literally my theory about what's happening is you're putting in energy to make yourself look good in whatever aspect that you're choosing. And because we're social creatures, because we're hierarchical creatures, you get a satisfaction out of feeling that you're kind of moving up in the hierarchy, whatever, the digital hierarchy. But number one, it's not even real, right? Because 90% of these people in your little digital friend group thing aren't even in your life. So you're putting an effort to impress and influence people that actually don't have a say in your life, which is a lot of energy. Whole ass Sharon. I mean, I'm eating Finding Nemo right now. But I'm putting in a whole bunch of energy. Number one, to impress a lot of people that don't actually matter in your life. So that, topped with the fact that not only when you put in energy to impress some people in your life, but mostly a lot of people that don't matter, you're also, or I'm also, it seems like it's easy to like inspire mostly negative feelings. Like for me, I'm like a pretty jealous person, so it's pretty easy to like, oh, that's good. Like, it's pretty easy to look at something on social media and be like, oh, dang, you know, I'd like that. That would be great. I want that life or house or like kid or travel thing or something. So in short, on Facebook, you're putting out this image. I'm putting out this image. Everyone's putting out an image, positive image. You're putting out effort to do that, which maybe is good. It feels good to you, but it's putting you up in this hierarchical digital system that doesn't really exist. And not only are you doing that, you're also distancing yourself from other people, because essentially it seems a lot of posts on Facebook, like, it makes you like look good, and like if that happens to inspire jealousy in other people, what's that gonna do to me or you is that it's gonna put a little tiny wedge in between you and the other people. Maybe I'm thinking too much about it, but there's that whole realm. And that's not even getting into like the whole other side where, damn it. That's not getting into the whole other side where I kind of view Facebook as empty calories, because again, humans, I've read in some article or paper that humans naturally can't even support a social group of over 200. And if you combine all of your social media, like people probably easily, depending on, you know, how much energy you put into it, people probably easily have 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people that you're interacting with. And in life, you only have so many, like, F's to give. I'll say you only have so many F's. And when you have a larger, inflated social network, that's gonna sometimes pull from your energy and pull from your time. And it's just unnatural, if that makes sense. Like, if you increase the quantity of relationships that you have and you have a finite amount of time, you know, that might detract from the quality of them, because again, time you can't change, you only have a certain amount. So if you increase the amount of people, yeah, it might detract from the quality of them. So it almost seems like it is better to have less people, because I guess in short, what I'm trying to say is social media artificially inflates your social network to a realm that humans aren't used to, and I don't think we'll ever be used to. And I don't know what that's gonna cause for people, but I think it has a very, very complex effect on social relationships. Oh my god. No, where did my avocado go? I dropped my avocado. Oh well. But it's interesting when you think about it, when you really, really think about it. I think overall social media is good, but again, when I imagine cutting out all social media, I can almost feel my brain and my social network kind of shrink down to like, this is all I have to think about, and it's a very relieving feeling. Like, just imagine. Like, imagine not having a phone and not having Facebook or Instagram. And if you want to talk to someone, you have to call them. You have to go to their house. Like, for me, it almost feels like relieving in a weird way. So, I think it's just interesting. And, you know, of course, it's just my opinion, and I'm not right. This is just how I feel. So, you know, maybe some people out there, maybe you guys like having a lot of people. Maybe you like popping up and talking to some random people. But, it's just my idea. It's very hard to eat. Well, yeah. I want to know what you guys think. Do you like social media? Do you think it's bad? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Do you think I'm totally crazy? Do you like social media? Yeah. What do you think about it? I do wonder what it's going to be like for the future. For future generations and stuff. If technology is, you know, going like this. I feel like I could see it, like, actually being a very big problem, like, with being addictive and all that stuff, because there's that whole other realm of, like, we have derped monkey brains and we're basically monkeys, and if you give us a little fun box, like a phone, little fun box, basically, you can have any sort of stimulus almost at your fingertips, so I don't know. That's another thing of, like, can our brain handle that? And, like, the whole, what is it? They said phones are designed like a... Phones are designed like a gambling system thing. So whenever you pull down, it looks like a slot. So, yeah. What do you think? Do you think social media, like, is empty calories of relationships? Like, do you think it detracts from your time and time that you could invest in, I don't want to say meaningful, because, like, you know, who's to say that someone you talk to only once a year isn't meaningful, but when you have a lot more things pulling at your time, and you have to decide which ones are worth the time, it gets very tiring, I feel like. When you have more decisions like that every day, and, you know, email, someone popping up, someone from the past, job interviews and email, and your 8th cousin twice removed popping up on Facebook and messaging you. It's good, but it's just, it makes your world so much bigger, and it makes, you know, a lot extra realm of things to deal with. No. It's a lot. It's a lot to think about. So, what do you think? Do you like drinking wine from a beer glass? You a hot mess like me? Let me know in the comments. I think this is good to talk about. So, I'm gonna finish my giant salmon blob. And maybe find the avocado that I dropped somewhere. And, yeah. Hopefully you'll tune in next time for either my finance videos. I usually make finance or traveling. And sometimes I do little chat, blog, or idea thingies like this. Hopefully next time I'll be eating something a little more normal. So, and see you next time. Thanks for watching.